Gear Check with Sage here. Today I'm talking about the North Face's backpack for backcountry skiing and snowboarding called the Snomad 34. So the Snomad 34 is a backpack from North Face that I've been using for the last few years, and I just wanted to go over kind of how I use it and my favorite features about it. So to start off, what I love about it is just its really usability for backcountry skiing. For the past 5 years or so, I've been touring and backcountry skiing way more often than in years before. And so I've really started to get into my flow a little bit better and start to get to use my gear in a way that kind of fits the best. So, so to start things out, what I love about this backpack is it has this big access to the back panel, just with the whole back panel. So you can just open that up and look at and get into everything in here. That way you can kind of keep your bag packed. You don't have to unpack everything if you want to get something that either found its way or you put at the bottom. So quite a bit of room in here, 34 liters. For me, it's sort of bare minimum to have everything I need on the backcountry ski day: food, water, layers, emergency kit, camera stuff, everything I need. So it's just perfect for my daily use. If you're a guide or if you need more volume than that, you're going to have to go to a different pack. And if you need less volume than that, you can just cinch it down, and you don't really need to use that whole amount, but it's nice to have when you need it. So love the way that you can just open the big back panel to get to everything. Another thing that I love about it is the way the emergency stuff is easy to access. So on this side, again, it has this, before we get to the emergency stuff, has this external pocket. And this external pocket I use for my skins. If it's really hot and I do have to take a jacket off or I do have to take a layer off, I'll put a layer in here. But mostly I just use it for my skins and my helmet on the way up. Sometimes I'll put my skins in here on the way down. If it's really deep powder and there's a lot of snow blowing around, I'll put my skins on the inside sometimes because a little bit of snow can get in there. But on the way up, it's so handy. So my quick technique is to slap my helmet in here. This just opens. Big pocket in here. As I said, you can fit a ton of stuff. You can fit a jacket. I can fit my jacket, a helmet, and black goggles or whatever in there as well. So you can fit a lot of stuff in there. Your skins can fit in there really easy. And so I love, like, I get down to the bottom of the run, I'll pop my helmet off, I'll pull my skins out, and then my technique for keeping the helmet on here is I run this right up and over, and then I take this little latch that goes to keep my goggles on my helmet, and I just cross it over that strap and attach it and cinch it down. That way the helmet can't squirt out on the side if you hit a bump or if you're skiing down or driving on your snowmobile or something. It can't fall out. It's tethered in there and it's stuck in there. It's real easy to do that every time. So also, I'll leave that on there for now because what I want to show is that whether you're skiing up or down, what I like about the emergency pocket, here is that it's accessible from the side. I could leave this helmet on top and I can get into my shovel by just opening this, and I can pull my shovel right out and I can pull my handle right out. And it happens so easy. I just have to open the side of the pouch and I can get to that stuff. So it makes for such quick access to your emergency gear. I think it's a really cool design to have that. Now, it only works like that if the zippers are set up on the side. If you have the zippers all the way over to here, they stop here, they don't go all the way down on both sides. If you have the zipper over there, it's kind of hidden, and you basically need to undo this to find your zippers. So what I always like to do is make sure that both zippers are oriented over here. That way they're out of the way. And that way if my helmet's on there, or even if my helmet's not on, if that's just tight and I'm skiing down, as if most situations when you need your equipment or your safety equipment is while you're skiing or you're already ready to ski. So with that latched, I don't need to dig around and find the zippers. The zippers are right there. As I showed before, I can open it, pull out my shovel, and I'm ready to go. So it's quick access. I also love that my shovel and equipment that's maybe going to go in the snow is in a different pocket than everything that I'm keeping inside. So having that external pocket for your shovel, for your probe, for your saw is so awesome, because if you do use it, maybe you're digging a pit, maybe you're not digging someone out, but you're just using your equipment and you put it back in your bag, a little bit of snow might come in there with it, and you're not going to get your clothes or your lunch snowy. So I think it's pretty cool design. A lot of backpacks have that. This is just a good one, a good version of that. Let's just go into the pouch in here. It already has some pre-made pockets, so I don't even bother using the bag that your probe comes in. That's just one more thing to have to do if you need to get to your probe. So I just use the existing kind of sheath that's in there to hold the probe. Same with my snow shovel, same with my snow saw. I use the existing sheath to hold the snow saw. There's 3 sheaths in this backpack, so you could have your shovel handle, your probe, and your saw all in their own sheath. And then the blade can fit in right on top of all that, goes way down there nice and low. I don't bother putting my handle into the pocket. I find that this way it can move around and kind of seat a little bit better. But I do use the sheath for the saw and for the probe. So that's the safety. And then as far as retention and straps go, pretty standard, a lot of ways to tighten it down, depending on what you're doing. So one cool thing that's not super obvious, this little strap here, this orange piece, this is actually it's got a little elastic on there, and it's made to hold your gloves. So if you're hiking and you take your gloves off, you don't want them dangling, or you want to do something, you can just pull this out and put your gloves right in there, and it'll hold them in there really nicely. And then they're right there where you need them. And I find that I use this a ton. It's super awesome. Waistband, pretty standard. Has one side with a pretty big pocket on it. I personally just never end up using this pocket. Some people might love it. It's probably great for some things. Yeah, that's pretty much the main features that I use. I really like that glove pocket. I like this external pocket, and I like how easy it is to get to my stuff. I really like how the big pocket is easy to access and can hold everything I need for a day of skiing. All right, so I just want to go over real quick a couple of the carry options. I'm going to show you in detail how they attach to the pack, but I just want to explain real quick. You can go side carry with skis or split boards, A-frame style, through these straps. You can go snowboard flat on the back by unclipping this, putting it on the outside, and then you have this strap which stows, which can also wrap around. I love that this has this nice garage for this to go into, and so for me it just lives in here most of the time because I don't do a lot of side carry. If you're doing a side ski carry, this is how you would also attach it. These sides have ice axe holders, ice axe loops here, so you can carry 2 ice axes, your skis, anything you need, snowboard, split board, touring, you got it. All right, one thing I wanted to add was the carrying devices. 2 ice axe carries, super easy here. These cinches hold, you can take these off. Ice axes come right out, stashes nicely. This you can go all the way over for vertical snowboard carry. You can go diagonal ski carry using this as well, or A-frame carry on the sides. So a lot of carrying options. I'll just demonstrate some of those. And an A-frame. Now with the A-frame carry, I use these side clips instead. So if you're in A-frame, you can still get to your equipment, and stuff is real solid. Still easy access to your panel or to your stuff inside. All right, so that's the Snomad 34 by the North Face. Thanks for watching. Hit me up with any questions or comments. Thanks.